say it.
Alright. Watch, listen, consume. Turn off World's Deadliest Prisons, Season 3. It's all the same, just people battering each other in prison. Watch some blading edits. Turn off that music, turn off that podcast. Joe Rogan harping on about doing DMT. Nah mate, you're boring. Blading podcast, that's the one. Get into those, clobber to buy. See that Freeman's catalogue? Throw that in the bin. Eminem, rubbish mate. Blading clobber, get some of this stuff.
Turn off Netflix, watch these instead.
The Russian boy wonder, Ilia Savosin, is in there with a world's first. Just go and watch it, man. The kid is full of beans, full of energy. It's so good. Really love seeing anything he does. The LUDUS gang have posted up a couple of things this week, a couple of park edits. So there is Arne Carlsson and LA Strandbad. Really like their skating, it's creative, a little bit nifty, something interesting in there. They always bring something fun. Make sure you go and check out those edits. Buttertv have also posted up a couple of edits on their Instagram. Austin Paz, Billy O'Neill have gone on a jolly to Hawaii to see their pal Franco. He's also involved in the edits. I mean, these guys have still got it. Always bring something fun. There's always something interesting. There's always full of style. Go and check them out. Spooky Bladers posted up a park edit. Really like the feel of these edits. It's kind of like almost hazy, a little bit dreamy. Does some work with the colours to make you like, gives it like this textured feel to it. Really like that. Super slick skating from Chad Hornish, Jarrell Davis and Jeremiah Doherty. Gunn II has posted up extra clippy, so bits from his always next time profile. Creative, fun, definitely worth a watch. Luke Naylor has posted up his section from Rotation, a film he made with Brian Weiss and Kuda Hogg. Detroit boys are getting it, man. Just so good. Really, really good, man. Sean Kelso has also posted up a little treat. Spencer Elk has dropped his section from Paycheck, Malcolm Hurd's video, up on his Instagram. Make sure you give that a goosey gander. Prada are also trying to get involved in a bit of the action. So what are we saying on this Prada thing then? There was like, they had the skateboarder, a BMXer. Admittedly, the rollerblader was more like fitness skates, rec skates in the bowl. You can still do tricks in them, of course. He wasn't. He was just riding about, chilling in what looked like a very aesthetically pleasing bowl. I mean, let me know what your thoughts are on about that one. Don't really know what to think about it. If Prada want to give rollerbladers loads of money, that's sound. But if you start making things and they're rubbish, and they just take all the money and shove it in something else, I don't know, you can jog on. But if you want to pay a load of rollerbladers, yeah, sound those.
Shut up, Joe Rogan, you're boring. Listen to these.
Fresh off dropping his Sinner Tim Adams is up on the Wheelscene. They talk, obviously, Sinner. They talk about Mike Therese and their relationship, and how Mike Therese actually cites Tim as kind of being the person who made him better at skating and also better at filming. Because if you haven't seen Tim skating, he's firing everywhere like a bullet, man. He is very fast at skating. It's really sick. Tim also talks about kind of trying to emulate Louis Zamora's style when he was younger, and how his style's slightly evolved now, but he's still skating like a bullet train. They also talk about coming out, what it's like just, well, how hard that is just in general society, and then in rollerblading as well, the difficulties and challenges he's faced along the way. They also talk about him getting kicked off rollerblade. Lots of interesting stuff in there. Make sure you give some time to that interview.
A few things you can buy.
Derek Henderson 2 Pro Model Razors SL skate. Derek just bagged himself another skate. Theme this time is his work boot. He's a hard-working bloke, so he's based it on his favourite boots. Hence the hexagonal eyelets as well. Super nice, interesting design. They were actually going to try and get that on the first one, but they just didn't have time in production, so it's on number 2. Make sure you check out the edit that accompanies in this. I've done a reaction video explaining why it's so short and choppy, but still appreciate that Derek's gone out there with Gregory Preston and put this ever together to deliver as a package as a whole. Some more details about the skates. Razor's SL shell in black. It's got a brown cuff and hexagonal eyelets, and they're both nods to Derek's favourite boots from work. The hexagonal eyelets is quite a unique touch as well. I really like that, they proper pop out. The aluminium buckle, Rain V3 liners, which Derek swears are absolutely banging. You got the ground control Featherlight free frames, ground control Derek Henderson 2 64mm wheels. Big old wheels on this beast for zooming around. What's going to keep the zooming speedy? ABEC 9 bearings. If you head on over to Intuition Skate Shop, you can also get your hands on an exclusive Derek Henderson T-shirt. This was designed by Jeremy Bytol, who also did the artwork on the box. You can tell from the theme that this is something that Derek would generally wear. Well, I believe that he's into it. Sometimes you get skate releases and designs that, you're not quite sure if the skate is actually really into it. I'm sure I've heard in the past that there has been skate released that like skaters, they're not even into that model of skate, let alone the design. Not with this. Derek's heavily involved in the skate, and I genuinely believe he would wear this t-shirt. I really like that. Ground Control have released the Featherlight 4. They've taken the Featherlight 3, the Mega, and just smashed them together. And this is the result. For those of you who love the details, on frame it's quite important. I know people like to get right in there with the details. You've got a HD H block, comes plastic, but you can buy an aluminum one as well. That's obviously going to give you a bit of protection from wheel bite. Now some figures. 46mm frame height, 41mm frame width, 9mm frame wall thickness, 110mm middle wheel split, 14mm between centre of axle and the bottom of the frame wall, ground control, 8mm sickle bolts with single tool design, that makes it handy, aluminum frame and bearing spacers included, H-block mounts with 2 bolts at the top of the frame for a secure fit. Now you've got 3 wheelbase options. You've got 247, 257 or 270mm. Available in black with white block and a white with a black block. Last week we talked about Orange Wheel Company announcing Martin Danning on the team. They've also now put up a variety of hoodies. Ideal. It's sunny outside, but it's still cold in the UK. Hoodies are great all year round as well. It's your jumper with a hood. Why would you not want the hood? AngrySpandauYouth have posted up a couple of designs. Get on over to their Instagram, have a look at those and get in contact with them. I can't see a link on how you buy them at the moment, so maybe it's just a DM situation. Are your wheels looking like some burnt out crumpets? Well, Konjure has come to the rescue. Last week we talked about them teasing a new release. Turns out it was Rob Kellett's first pro wheel. Nice little blue numbers, 60mm, 90A hardness, round profile. He's top at street and park. I'm sure these will serve you well in both of those situations. One to look out for next week, and expanding on the Rob Kellett news, him and Konjure have a video coming out called Time, obviously playing off the theme of the wheel. Keep your eyes peeled for that one, should be released on Tuesday. Now this one's a bit outside of inline blading, but it's still wheels on your feet. Wildcard Brewery have teamed up with London Roller Derby on a couple of cans of beer. Nice and colourful. You've got one called the Captain, there's the Jammer, and there's the Blocker. Couple of strong ones in there as well, like 6% and 6.1%. A couple of these would be takeoff time. Really interesting, bright designs. I hope in the future that like we can have some with rollerbladers on. You know, for those of you like, I'm touching nothing unless it's got a rollerblader on it. I'm not drinking that rubbish. Where's the cans with the rollerbladers? Well, at the moment, you can go halfway in between and get some roller derby player on there, which is pretty sick in itself that they're getting recognition. Nice bright colours, nice hoppy flavours. Sink a couple of those. We're allowed to go and meet a few mates now in COVID and that. Getting ready for the summer. You might drink a couple of those and think, yeah, you know what? Stuff the inline blade and I'm going for the roller derby, mate. I'm getting in there. There is a very obvious collaboration Wildcard Brewery could do. And that's your lot. I've tried to be a bit quicker this week. Tried to be a bit more snappy. Just watch this. Yeah, that sound. Listen to that. That guy knows what he's talking about. And buy this clobber. That's lovely. Wear that. Drink that. Grab that frame. That'll make you grind better. Oh, those wheels are sound. Try to be a bit more to the point. Do you prefer that, or would you prefer I expand a little bit more, spend a bit of time on things? You tell me what you like, what works for you, and I'll see what I can do. Spotty dog.